You are looking live at Rock Ice Pavilion in Dunellen, New Jersey, where the New Jersey Rockets 19U girls take on the Philadelphia Bells in a Maha League game at the AA level. Hi everybody, it's Joe Rizzo. Glad to bring you the action. Earlier, if you tuned in on a different stream, you saw the 16U Rockets fall 5-1 in a hard-fought game to the New Jersey Devils youth. And now the 19Us will take on the Bells in a league game. 17 minutes on the clock. Your team behind the scenes is George Tillinghast on the scoreboard, and Jen Lee, your official scorer. Behind the bench, Coach Jeremy Jacobus. On your left, Coach Henry Lee. And on your right, Coach Walt Radishevsky. The teams do their respective cheers as they go. Coach screaming for Izzy. So the two teams go back to their respective benches, full benches for both teams for both sides. Rockets have two goalies dressed. I think this one is going to be Emma Lacey today. And there goes number 7. She will patriate the goal to your right as she does that. Ariella Markland is dressed after her game on Saturday, which is a 3-0 defeat to Ironbound. Addison Hinch, the goalie, to your left. In the center circle, PJ, with Izzy on her right, Tootie on her left, Lauren Fox on left D, and Aaron on right D. Lift off from Rock Ice. Rockets move the puck quickly into the offensive zone. There have been a lot of tight and hard-fought games between these teams so far, but they've all gone the way of the Bells. Rockets in their home grays with black numerals, black pants, gray socks with black trim, and a little white trim here and there. Bells in the navy. There's a wrist shot that goes off the side of the net. Bells with the navy jerseys, navy pants, navy socks with red at the bottom, and the red numerals with white trim, and there's also white trim on the socks as well and on other parts of the jerseys. Both teams get a little bit of a change here, and Aaron will fight for it in the corner. Grace Ulrich over there. We've seen her play multiple positions, multiple games, and she is joining the forward crew here for this contest. Good hustle by PJ. She and Grace. Grace trying to get in on the breakaway, almost got through. 3 Bells right back there. Doria sends it forward. We'll try to get the names for the Bells if you're watching from there. There's at least one name familiar to me, but with the jerseys and the names pretty visible, I could try to help you out and let you know a little bit better what you're seeing. Riz tries to knock that one away, adjusted the shot, sent forth toward goal. Lauren Fox knocks it away. She and Grace get sort of in each other's way. This is going to be sent out of the zone by Larissa. Riz in pursuit. Celso 12, I'm not sure of the pronunciation. Celso? C-E-L-S-O. It could go a number of ways. The Italian in me wants to call her Celso, so if that's what comes out, then that's what comes out. Wesnowski over the line, wrist shot, goes steered into the corner by the right pad of Emma. Bells keep it in, going along the boards. Larissa with the push, not a check, that was a push, and not with the stick, it was with the gloves. So that's, you're gonna get away with that when there's no gap being closed. It's not a check, it's a push. You're allowed to do that. Loose in front, wrist shot, left pad, saved by Emma. Ooh, by rights it should be 1-0 right there already, but that one kept out of the back of the net by Lacey, number 7. She's sharp, as usually she is. This one sent around and Lily Rose Smith. She has Riz ahead, but didn't see her quickly enough. Sends it in, and they are going to call the icing, although it went right under the wickets of one of the Bells right there. So Lily, if she had fired it a moment sooner, might have had Riz in. I don't know if she would have been fully behind the defense, but she had a step and they were on the move. They'll face it off in the defensive zone to Emma's right in the circle. Barbara Landstrom in there. Wrist shot is blocked away by Lily Rose Smith, and it goes to the corner. Now along the half boards, Lily's there. It's kept in by the Bells, though. Skated into the slot, drop pass. That's number 7 with it. She can't hold on to it. 13:51 left in the first period, just underway here at Dunellen. Rock ice is nice and frigid, as it always is. Aaron Bruno will get that. She'll slide it along the boards, but can't get her stick on it quite fast enough, and the Bells have a big possession here. Near side wing, Georgie protecting against it going to the point, so the Bells will take it and cycle it down low. A lot of traffic there. Georgie jumps in to try to get a loose puck, but one of the Bells jumps in first. This one is centered down low. 9, collision right there. Aaron and the player got tied up. Incidental contact. Both had their heads down a little bit. There's a familiar name to me. That's Brooke Markley skating up with the puck, formerly of the Rockets. Sent out, and that puck steered in, and it's going to be an offside. 12:56 left, first period just underway. One shot in the game. That belongs to the Bells, and it was a high-quality one. PJ in the face-off circle. Izzy on her left, on her right. Tootie on her left. Steered off the boards and out. Rachel Lee keeps it in. PJ's going to gain this puck. She's got Izzy behind her. Wrist shot flickered at net. Hinch with the backhand, well, not the backhand, the waffle save, near side corner. Bells are going to bring it out. This is their captain, whose name I can't see, but I could see the C on the front. Doria can't get to it, and the Rockets will send it in. Bells move it through neutral ice, and they are going to carry this in onside just barely. The Rockets are going to come back. Rachel's going to get there, pick it up, fire it up the near side boards. It trips just past Tootie's stick and gets out of the point. Bells circle it around, bring it back in. They're going to send this one at net. Emma steers it into the near side corner with the pads. That one, she swaffles toward the far corner. Again, with the pads and the stick in that case. This is going to be PJ who sends it up for Izzy, and it goes just a little bit past. Tootie's going to pick this off, waits for Izzy to get onside, sends it at the net. Hinch steers it into the corner on the near side, just out of view. They'll skate it out into neutral ice. And the Bells are going to grab this one for a moment. They get it in onside, but Kirsty jumps back to grab it. Lauren Fox is going to have to get to this one first. Whiffs on it. Battle along the boards. Comes toward the front. Emma gloves it down, even though it was going wide of the net, and just covers it up, and they'll restart the whole thing. 11:25 left, first period. No score. Bells and Rockets. Bells will win the face-off. Comes to the point. Celso and Rizzo battling for it there. Goes behind the end line to Ulrich. She sends it up for Riz. Riz had to turn around to get it. She's one-on-one. She fires it deep. Grace will go into the corner. She's with Kirsty over there. Let's see if the Rockets can get to it and maintain a possession here. They can't do it. The Bells fire it out. That's not going to be an icing because one of the Bells got a piece of it. Lauren Fox chips it. It goes and hits the metal mesh that keeps the patrons from flying onto the ice. And it's a stoppage of play. It went off of a Bell's stick, so they move the face-off outside of the zone. Barbara will take it. She's got Georgie on her left, Lily on her right. Aaron on right D, Lauren on left D. Bells win the face-off and move it forward. Battled for in the corner, kept in at the point, and they'll battle for it right along the boards. Barbara's going to get this, use the room that she's given by the retreating Bell, gain the center line, send it in, get slew-footed or pawed up there a little bit, and one of the Bells are going to break in 1 on now 3, but she's got somebody in the middle who wasn't being guarded or noticed by any of the Rockets. Larissa up for Georgie, but Markley keeps it in. Her slapper is snuffed. It trickles at the net, and Emma has to cover that one up. 10-13 first period, no score. 3 shots now for the Bells, and the Rockets have 1. The line that opened the game will take this defensive zone draw and possession. Jacobus in the circle, battled for and sent behind the net. 13's going to grab it. Larissa was over there, comes out in front, tricked aside, and knocked away by Tootie's skate. She shifts it over for Izzy. Izzy tries to get around 10, but she has to dump it in. That's sent behind the end line, just out of view. Tootie, the first one over there. Let's see if the Rockets could keep it in. Izzy gets it. She was looking to make the cross slot dump over there, but couldn't get it through. Bells are pretty tight on D. Emma's going to come out and stop this one. She's going to leave it for Rachel, who's going to come to the near side boards. Lee to Hansen, and Hansen for Jacobus, who she's going to skate in up the left wing. Put on the brakes for Hansen. Hansen drops for Lee. Lee tries to send it at the net, but only finds shin pads over there. Sent up the near side boards. Rachel kicks it in and sticks it in. Tootie covering the point, so if it goes back to the point, Hansen has a chance to get it. Chipped forward, and Larissa, playing safety, has a 1-on-2. It's steered off the boards over there, and on the bench side now to the middle. Hansen has a breakaway. She's behind the D. She goes to the backhand. Oh, she shot it just wide. She got pressured late. She wanted to switch it to the forehand, wisely kept it to the backhand. She might have had Hinch beat. She had the right side of the net open, but steered it just wide under pressure. 4-2 the shots. That doesn't count as a shot on goal because it missed. Rockets now and Bells battling a lot here in the neutral zone. Getting in possibly behind the D. 41. She fired it over the crossbar. Emma was in good position, but a couple of those top corners might have had a little bit opening. Comes to the near side. Lauren there. She chips it forward, but one of the Bells gets to it first. Rockets reverse it. Grace Ulrich tries to speed over there. Goes through and past the point. And the Rockets, Riz, can she pick it off? Oh, she almost had a pick off mid Rizzo. Riz would have marched in all alone. Bruno off the sideboards, takes a funny bounce and goes through Grace's legs. Grace steps up, trying to push it out, tries to fire it forward. Bells knock it out into the Rockets bench. Whistle in the stoppage of play, 7:49 left. First period, no score, competitive game. What would you rather be doing on a Sunday afternoon than watching Rockets girls hockey? You certainly won't want to be watching the Giants play the Washington football team. There's probably more people at this game than that. Bells will bring it in, tries to move it to the center, but Larissa got it with the skate and didn't allow that high-level move to be completed. Bells will get it behind the end line. They've had some good possession back there. Barbara knocks that one away, fires it up the far side boards for Lily. A little too strong, not going to be strong enough for icing. Rose Smith and Tillinghast, a dynamic duo, especially when they kill penalties, the first two in pursuit. They forced the turnover, possibly, if Rachel can get there, and the Bells chip it out. There's going to be a one-on-one. Larissa's over there, angling off the player, not bumped into the player. Emma gets the right toe on a puck that was going to go in the net! That puck was touched by the Bells player who was cutting to the middle. Emma was guarding the near side post. The second move couldn't be made, but Emma had to stretch all the way out and use every piece of her being. The last piece being her right toe, the skate of her right toe, to just cover that puck up. 0-0 as we tick under 7 minutes in the first period. Bells move it up but not out. Let's see if it can be kept in. Bells are going to be on a break. Roggio, 7. She skates it over the line, sends it at the net. Emma knocks it down, and PJ just pushes it back into her goaltender, willing to take the face-off. 6:38 now, first period. Shots 6-2 in favor of the Bells. That was their sixth. They've had a bunch of them come from that right angle, and the Rockets will be happy to give up shots way from the outside of the circle, because the quality of those shots in terms of their goaltender are generally going to be kept out of the net. Rockets move it in as Fox sends it forward. Grace leaves it for Riz behind the end line. Riz trying to get by but can't do it. Markley will move it up, and Aaron kept it from going all the way down. Couldn't keep it in the zone. Rockets clear the zone, and Grace is going to pick this one off. Sends it low for Riz. Riz is going to have to bank it off the boards here. She's going to skate around the net looking for somebody. Still looking. She'll go into the corner with it against her former teammate. Grace tries to get that one, but the Bells are going to move it up and out through the left wing. This is going to be a 3-on-1. Now a 3-on-0, unless Lauren Fox can pick a pocket. That was surgical. Fox, get those medical school applications in. Here comes Ulrich. She's in alone. She shoots it. It's the post. Grace Ulrich got in alone on the pass from Riz, and she hit the right post, the goaltender's left. Riz fires it at the net. Hinch stops it, and then she'll cover. There's nobody there, and the Rockets, again, they skate away before the whistle blows, and they could hustle over there and force the goalie to make a mistake. And that whistle doesn't blow. You skate at that puck. Exciting play here as the Rockets win the faceoff. Lily tries to chip it to the point, but it's a little late. And that was an offside. Barbara she was behind the end line, and that puck was sent in. But she was so far out of the play that neither referee saw it. They play on. In the slot, alone, is 88. Rister goes off of Emma's stick and steered to the far side. Bells doing well. Oh, that shot hit the back of one of their players. It hit her high. Hopefully not in the helmet. She looks to be okay. It's 88 for those watching. Wisnowski. Rachel's going to get this one and send it in. Back behind the end line. The Bells D will play with it. Now Wisnowski will move it up. Camarada's going to pick this one off and use Radishevsky to keep it forward. Larissa banks it off the boards, but actually it's knocked away. Rachel takes the safe route and banks it forward. Let's see if this is going to be an icing. No icing, although you could have very well made the case for it. PJ gets it, tries to fire it at the net, but she was below the end line, didn't have the angle. She was hoping for good things to happen right there. Lauren Fox steers it up the near side boards just below us. There's a collision there. Hansen was involved in it, and Wisnowski. Wisnowski still getting up. Incidental contact, the puck was there. No checking. Refs didn't even think twice about it, so illegal play. These teams both use the physical aspect of the game. That's something that we're going to see here. And when it's played above board, that's what we like to call excellent hockey. There's a few of the physical players over there, 93 and 16 in gray. Pushing forth along the boards. One of the Bells changes and basically becomes Aaron's backpack. Backpack. Maybe a big Dora the Explorer fan right there. She just jumped over the boards and jumped on Aaron's back. This comes back, and the Bells are going to try to work some offense here as the Rockets retreat. They come around the back of the net. In the slot, wrist shot hits a slew of people in front. It's loose in the slot. Rebound. Emma got the stick on it, and the net is knocked off. That one could have been ticketed. A loose puck just sitting there in the slot. It looked like one of the Bells actually ran into the net over there and knocked it off. But the face-off stays in the offensive zone for the Bells. 7-3 the shots for the Bells. No score, 2:43 left first period from Rock Ice. Bells send it toward the net, redirected in sort of slow motion, and Emma steers it away. coming out of the corner, and now Rizzo goes behind the end line but loses it. Rachel picks it up and she'll go behind the end line. Riz is going to steer it off the boards to herself. She's got Grace with her. Riz over on the left wing has Grace. Looking. Riz shot. Oh! Hinch with the glove save. That one was ticketed. Riz shooting it high, perhaps looking for the rebound. The defenseman was playing the pass, so she walked all the way in and took the shot right there. So Riz and Ulrich playing together for the first time. Kirsty at center. A lot of speed on that line. So we'll see if that translates into something. Rachel takes a shot. She was sending it in to try to cross the slot over there. Bells are going to pick it up and move it out of the zone. They're 3-on-2 with very good form right here. Have to slow it a little bit. Wrist shot deflected. It goes over the glass and into the protective netting, which is protecting a cinder block wall and a couple of vents and nothing else. Well, and it's also protecting us from wasting time looking for pucks that have gone out of play. So there's that. And protecting the paint job of those cinder blocks. Markley keeps it in as she sends it in from the right point. It's pushed and bumped there. Lee in contact with one of the Bells. They'll push again in front. 13-5 battling out. Now 13 draws the ire of the Rockets netminder as well. So that means she's doing her job in front. Everybody's paying attention to her. Georgie's going to grab this, and she's going to move it behind her end line there. The Rockets are very low on the wings here, so Barbara moves up and forces the defense to go back a little bit. Steered around to the near side. Georgie's going to get this and see if she could skate it out. Konecki got to it first and sent it back in. Barbara gets it. Wisely doesn't fire it around because there were more Bells there. Sent in front for Larissa. Larissa for Lily. Lily and Georgie ahead. Can Lily find Georgie? Can't get it cleanly. Barbara trailing. Let's see if she can pick it up. And she waits for Rachel. Rachel fires it into her own player. Rockets a little out of sorts here. They're all bunched up like kindergarten soccer. That you don't usually see that at this level, but Coach Jeremy imploring them to skate. Jacobus now going to be the first one to start doing that as she battles for it along the boards in front of her own bench. This one's sent in offside, and we'll get a whistle and a stoppage of play with 27.4 seconds left in a scoreless first period from Rock Ice. But hey, I got the Canada Goose jacket, they're not a sponsor, and some ski gloves on, plus my Rockets hat. So I think I'm staying warm. Thank you, Debbie Rizzo. Wrist shot goes at the net, kicked away, Izzy's in front, she shoots, oh, and Hinch slams the door. Camarada was looking for the 5-hole right there, but Ashley Hinch got the pads down and didn't let it through. Rockets will have an offensive zone draw to Hinch's left with 12.3 seconds left in the first period. PJ won it, but she moved it forward, and one of the Bells is there to corral it. Izzy's going to try to pick it off her stick. Four seconds left. 3, 2, 1. That's going to expire the period, and it ends scoreless. One of the Bells players, looks like number 9 picks up the puck for the referee, hands it to him. She took off her glove and did it, so we'll speak to the manners of that young lady. The teams huddle around their respective benches. If you're just joining us, and you wanted to catch the result of the 16U game against the Devils, that went 5-1 in favor of the Devils, although the shots were 41-35. The Rockets put 35 shots on the Devils netminder. Hope Menichello found the net with just under 3 minutes to go in the game. So a hard-fought game, and a star goaltender were the difference in that one. In this one, It's 0-0, 7-5 the shots in favor of the Bells. 17 minutes on the clock for period 2 in this Maha League game. So we've had some interesting combos that we haven't necessarily seen, but Kamarkar Ulrich Rizzo has been effective. They've created a few real good scoring chances, and Grace Ulrich with the breakaway chance, which was probably, well, for certain, the Rockets' best chance of the first period. She hit the post on the right side of the goal that you just saw Emma Lacey occupy. Lift off in the second, and that line starts it off as the Bells win the face-off and send it in. It's going to go right on net. Emma's going to cover that up and not even play it. She's tending to do that more times than not. Although, it should be noted that Emma is a very good puck-handling goalie. So if the opportunity presents itself, she might well do quite the opposite at some point in this game. Battled for near side, Roggio and Kamarkar. That one chipped into the bench of the Philadelphia Bells, and that'll be a face-off. Let's see if it's outside of the zone. Yes, it is, because that was off a Bell's stick. Same unit out there, 27 seconds into the second period. Larissa and Rachel on D together. Riz trying to move up the left wing there, couldn't do it. Sent into neutral ice. Rachel reverses it for Grace. Grace steers around and gets the puck toward the half board. Still battling for it there, just out of picture, just maybe out of picture. It comes to the point and the Bells move it out. Roggio, looks like there's two Roggios, a 9 and a 91, so 91 is the captain. Battled for in the near side, just out of picture. Steered behind the net and up the wing. Riz can't quite get to it. Blocks Markley's shot, at least adjusts it. Sent around again. The Bells change. This is the period of long change, but when you change offensively, it's the short change. Riz has a little room. She's going to skate it out. She's backing up the D, gets it over center, and steers it in front of her own boards. Chipped up by Markley, but not out yet, and now it does get out. Bells move it out of the zone, and they're going to skate it into the offensive zone, 1-on-2. Up the left wing they go. Doria, but she can't get past Larissa. It's sent behind the end line, and there is a Bell there. Centered in front, Emma knocked it away. There was a Bell alone right in front. Georgie now trying to hustle. Let's see if she could get the puck away from Markley. Markley stops, turns. She'll put it behind the boards behind her net, and the Bells will move it up. Larissa steps in to keep it in. It's still along the blue line. Barbara ignored that one, thinking maybe it was offside, but offside would be called immediately. And let's see if the Rockets can regain or keep the possession here. They can't. Lily was the forechecker. The Rockets used that part of that possession to change at least one. Barbara knocks that one away. It's a loose puck. She's got to get moving here. She was moving the other direction, and she gains her bearings, gains the center line, sends it in. The rest of the change is happening on the opposite side of the ice, and Aaron will stand sentry at the point. Picked off by PJO. She would have walked in. Lily's going to get it at the top of the slot. Can she get the shot off? She can't. Aaron hustling. Keeps it in with the long reach. Sends it toward the net. Glove down by Hinch, and she will take the whistle. 14:01 left in this second period. A scoreless game so far. Each team fighting for every inch of ice out there. Dead even. 9-5 the shots in favor of the Philadelphia Bells and the Navy. They steal the face-off, but it just went through Lauren's skates, and it's battled for right in front of the scorer's table. Bells move it in, but offside it looked like. Or it looked like maybe somebody was a step offside. I don't think, was it a penalty or was it offside? The far side ref. Let's see if he's making a penalty call. I think he just called offside. Yeah, offside call, no penalty. The Bells bench was yelling for something, maybe interference, but no call. Bells move it cross ice, neutral ice, and move it into the offensive zone. Chipped at the net. Emma knocks it away with the right pad loose in front. Emma's going to cover that one up. And PJ and Aaron were making sure that nobody else was going to get quite as close. They'll change the defense pair, will the Rockets, but they'll keep the forward line out there. Larissa and Rachel. PJ wins the face-off, but it's into the sort of no man's land part of the circle, and Izzy Camarada is going to skate this one out. She's got Tootie with her 2-on-2. Camarada gets through. She's into the circle. She's going to shoot it, and she just has the puck slip out from underneath the blade of her stick. Izzy looked like she might have had the goaltender beaten. She also had Hansen coming to the left side of the net, but really they just opened it right up and just gave her the shot. And usually she's willing to take those shots. And she's definitely one of the ones that you want taking the shots. 93 in gray. Called her name a lot this season on pucks hitting the back of the net. Tootie taps it behind the net. Can't maintain possession, but forces a spin. Kirsty's now out there with this line as PJ changed off for her. Tootie's going to jump off now. Izzy's still on there, and Riz jumps on, and now Grace will jump on to complete the full change, and they'll swap out defense, which means Lauren Fox and Aaron Bruno are on the back line. They'll face it off like the start of the game. Bells win it, and they send it forward, but Aaron gets there first, pushing and shoving at the blue line, and eventually the puck finds its way into the offensive zone in favor of the Bells. 12:15 left, second period. A scoreless one. 10-5 the shots for the Bells. Riz tries to move up the left wing, can't do it. Lauren Fox steps in. Big collision up there with Ruggiero, the captain, 91. And that's just players getting their hands up to avoid harder collisions. There's no ill stuff going on out there, despite what we're hearing things from the benches because people want things called. That would result in a power play. But this game is not being played in anything but a clean, hard manner. Face off to Emma's left. 11:52 left, second period. Bells win the face off. They try to march in. Lauren Fox is going to pick that puck off before it gets to her netminder. It's sent toward the point but not out. Lauren gets it again. There's a shot that Emma snags with the glove. That was ticketed into the top right corner of the net, but Emma got the glove up there and said no way, no how. We're keeping this thing scoreless. Same crew still out there. 11:38 second period. Daniel sends it in. Now the Rockets are going to move it up just out of picture. Grace sent it forward looking for Riz. Riz trying to pick it off. Cisco's stick can't do it. Bells move it around, neutral ice and into the defensive zone. Riz has a chance to get behind the D there if she looks, but they pick her up. And Grace moves it up for Kirsty. Kirsty's going to skate it out. She's going to gain the right wing possibly with speed. Can't hold on to it. Bells just bat it right back, playing a little ping pong here as we hit the 11-minute mark in the second period of a scoreless game. Bells now on the attack. They have it on the outside and now behind the net. Looking for it in front. Still with it behind the end line. They try the wrap around. Lauren kicks it away. Emma covers up the loose puck in front. A couple of players down, but looked like two Bells might have bumped into each other. 10:45, second period, 0-0. 13-5 now. The Bells have advanced their advantage in shots. Barbara wins the faceoff for Georgie. She was looking to spring her, and she will eventually get it out of the zone. Still going is Landstrom. She'll dump it. She's dumping it at the net. Oh, it nearly got through Hinch's wickets. Sent up through the middle of the ice, and just with enough juice to get Larissa to have to go out of the zone to play it. She banks it along the boards. Bells send this in. This should be an icing. Looks like they waved it off. Not sure why. Looked like a pretty clear icing from over here. But there is stuff that happens immediately below where I am, and sometimes even the announcer misses a call. Larissa Radishevsky is going to use some of that space and chip it forward to get it out of the zone. It's played with by the Bells. They bring it in, I guess offside. I guess the player put herself offside there, but I don't think I would have called that one. It looked like she had possession of the puck. If you have possession of the puck, you can skate into the zone backwards. Your feet can cross in completely, and your body can cross in before the puck if you have possession of the puck. That looked like what was happening there. So, although I am an admitted Rockets homer, I will call it like I see it. And it looked like the Rockets got a break there on the offside call. Aaron is going to skate this out, still chipping it forward. She's got backup because her teammates are going to cover that point if she's on defense, and she'll walk it all the way in. Now she'll retreat back to her defense position as the Bells gain it and try to move it out. Lauren Fox steps in bravely and keeps it in possession along the boards. Bells niftily send it cross ice for one of their players to pick it up. Can't get good possession of it. Knocked through neutral ice. PJ looking for Tootie. Can't get a hold of it. Bumping. Loose pucks. Ruggiero 7 is now with possession. She sends it behind the end line. Picked off by PJ. She chips it up into the back of Izzy's head. And eventually the Rockets get it out. 8:43 left, second period. Tootie was trying to tap that one forward and break in alone. There's been one breakaway in this game. It was courtesy of Grace Ulrich, number 84 in gray. She beat the goaltender but couldn't beat the post. Usually the post is her best friend because she's often seen in her goaltending gear, but she's playing forward in this game. Izzy Camarada comes upon a loose puck. Tootie steps in. Kirsty's over there with her. Tootie falls along the boards, and Ruggiero will skate it out. Oh, there's a big collision right there. Izzy was going for the puck, and here come the Bells, top of the slot. Shot knocked away as it hit Larissa's skates. Camarada finishing the play, going for the puck right there, and making her move before the release of the puck. So that's why that hit is not going to be called. If the puck had been clearly passed and there was a second of count, then for certain they will call it interference or something else. But when you're playing the puck, usually you're good to go. Tootie chips it ahead for Grace. Let's see if Grace could win it along the boards. Riz now jumps on. She can't win it. Uh-oh, this is a 3-on-1. Good for you if you're the Bells. Appleby back to Ruggiero. Wrist shot goes just wide. I might have the name wrong. It looked like Ruggiero. Kirsty chips it forward for Grace. Can Grace get behind the defense? Hustling back. Sends it for Rizzo, and one of the Bells got a stick on it. Otherwise, Riz might have been able to score on that one. Kirsty from the top of the slot. Grace tries to send it forward, but finds a Bell's stick, and it goes aside. Kirsty picks that one off. It comes to the point. Larissa, can she get it through traffic? Sends it wide. Riz was looking for a redirection right there, but she had retreated a little bit. Wrist shot goes all the way through. Hinch grabs that one and leaves no rebound. 6:51 left in a scoreless game in the second period. 13-7 now. The shots for the Bells. Rockets have gotten the last two. Let's see if they can get one in the back of that net, guarded by Ashley Hinch. That one shot wide. Lily Rose Smith tries to keep it in along the boards. She does. But one of the Ruggios is there to pick it up. Sends it along the far boards. Lauren Fox tried to chip it forward and she chipped it out. So they'll move that face-off outside of the zone because it's off of a Rocket stick. 6:32 now the count. We thank you for watching, no matter which side you're on. Bells or Rockets, you're equally welcome. And if you haven't hit that subscribe button, then go check that out. And you could find most of the previous games between these two on there somewhere. You just got to deal with the biased commentator. They'll move it through the neutral zone. Lily there 1-on-3. Wins it for a moment. Bells now pick it up and send it in off the glass. They gain the offensive zone. Lauren Fox has to send it hard off of the glass behind her netminder. And the Bells are going to pick this one up. Oh, they were looking to center it right there, unmarked in front of the net. As PJ changed on, there was a late change by the Rockets at center. Lily Rose Smith's going to get this. She's with Georgie. Those two work very well together. And they gain the zone as the Rockets complete their change. Up the near side boards come the Bells. Roggio with the A on her jersey, number 7, will get it in. She helps her team change behind her. Rachel Lee reverses up. And Ruggio, the captain, now gets it. She goes across the top of the slot. Backhander. Emma got it, knocked away, but couldn't corral it. She got it with the heel of her catching glove. Slapper hits friendly fire. And here comes Camarada, 1-on-3. Slams on the brakes, tries to blind backhand pass to Tootie. Almost got it to her. Camarada's going to pick this one up, fires it at the net. Hinch steers it aside with the stick. Goes along the far side half boards. Tootie's there. Can she pick it off? She disrupts it. And that's a nice play by Larissa. There's a collision right there, clean. And Izzy's been involved in a few of those right in the same spot. Larissa keeps it in, shoots it. It goes off of a stick of one of the Bells and redirected toward the net. That could have confused the netminder a little bit, but Hinch was on top of it. Comes out through the neutral zone. Ruggio will get it in. The captain will go to the half board, stop, steer, turn it the other way. Larissa's going to grab this one on the near side boards. She will try to move it up, but it gets picked off. Markley pinches in from the point to send it forward. There's a stick battle over there with Camarada. Now the puck goes behind the end line, just out of view. Waiting for it to pop out. We're waiting, still waiting. And the referee blows the whistle, old school NHL style from the 70s, where a puck could just be frozen by players. Face off to Emma's right with exactly 4 minutes left in the second period. 14-9 the shots in favor of the Bells. A scoreless game. Rockets, the home team, will take advantage of the late change, as Lauren and Larissa will be out there together. Kirsty in the face-off dot. She's got kicked out, and she will give way to Grace. Riz is the other forward. She wins it, and she gets it to Kirsty. Kirsty, if she had gotten it cleanly, was looking for Riz on the break. Markley steers it out of her own zone, and the Bells break in. Batted back by Lauren Fox. Giving chase is Ulrich. Riz there as well. They move it through the neutral zone and into the offensive zone do the Bells. Kicked out, waiting. Markley waits for her team to get onside and sends it in. Fox will get it behind the net to Ulrich on the near side. One-on-one battle just out of picture. Sent at the net. Looked like Larissa got some skates on it. She and Lauren are behind. Wrap-around attempt. Kirsty got the stick on it, otherwise it was going in. Larissa bats that one away at the top of the slot. Lost possession over there. Grace is going to try to pick the pocket. Nearly did it. She and Riz are inches away. Grace got one breakaway. She and Riz are inches away from another one. And as Kamarkar does a lot of the dirty work down in the lower part of the zone at center, allowing those wings to play high and threaten the D in a scoreless game. Could happen at any time. The other captain, 15. Boylan? Ogden? Bowen. Looks like Bowen. Bells are going to break it in just offside. Just a step offside. She was waiting and trying to toe the line, but 88 just couldn't quite hold up just enough. Snovsky had the right idea. Battled for in front of the Bells bench and put into neutral ice now by Lauren Fox. Bowen will move it up through neutral ice. Still going. Right circle. Wrist shot. Emma gloved it down but couldn't hold on to it. Loose behind the end line. The pace of play has picked up here. This is going to be a penalty in Lauren Fox. She's going to go for a hook or trip, interference, whatever you want to call it. Looks like they're going to call the interference. And the peanut gallery from the Bells side giving the Bronx cheer as Lauren goes off for interference. So with 2:13 left in a scoreless game in the second period, the Bells will have the power play. Killing it off for the Rockets up front, PJ and Tootie. Rachel and Larissa on the back line. Bells win the faceoff over to the unguarded part. Bowman. Picked off by PJ. She's going to break it alone. Short-handed. She's tripped up. It's going to be a penalty shot. Maybe two. Maybe Tootie's got it in front. Slapper. There's one save. They are going to call a penalty shot. And Payton Jacobus, you could call two penalties there. She broke in alone. They called the penalty. She got in alone again and she was hooked. I don't even know if it's possible to call two penalty shots, but there were clearly two penalties on the play. Let's see how it all pans out. Referee explaining something to Coach Jeremy, who's laughing. Payton Jacobus, with 1:54 left in the second period of a scoreless game, will get a shorthanded penalty shot against Ashley Hinch. Whoa. Now we got two refs saying a different. One's listening to the coach. Now the Bells coach better be careful here. If he's not careful, they'll give two penalty shots because there were clearly two penalties on the play. Here comes PJ, skating in on the right side, down the slot, making moves. She hits the post. It looked like it was going in. Jacobus hit the right post, and it goes out. And here it is, the rarest thing in hockey. I have never seen this before at any level, at any time. A second penalty shot has been awarded. This is not for what happened. This has nothing to do with the first penalty shot. There are two penalty shots. She was interfered with before she even entered the zone. The referee lifted the hand to make the signal and called a penalty shot. She broke in again and was interfered with again, and he indicated it right at that time. So there was no second guessing the referee. Second penalty shot for Jacobus, shorthanded. 1:54 left in the second. Now the coach on the Bells looks like he might have gotten a bench minor penalty. And this referee is not taking any guff. This call was happening in real time. I noticed it in real time. Now he's getting the bench minor, so the Bells will negate the 1:42 remaining in their power play once this second penalty shot by PJ is complete. Here's the whistle. Here comes Jacobus. She goes down the slot again. She will backhand it and score! Jacobus ties the game on the second penalty shot! Short-handed with 1:54 left in the second period. The Rockets have taken a 1-0 lead. Let's reset everything that just happened. The Rockets had a penalty for interference by Lauren Fox. That was with just over 2 minutes remaining in the second period of a scoreless game. With Fox in the box, Jacobus stole the puck right here at the top of the defensive zone, and she was on a clear breakaway. She was interfered with by one of the Bell's players before she even crossed the blue line of the offensive side. The referee immediately, not the one that's closest in your view, the one who's standing by the Bell's bench, the referee immediately signaled the penalty. So we knew it was going to be a penalty shot, or most likely. Well, Jacobus broke in again. The same player interfered with her again. The referee pointed it. He made like a pointing motion with the hand that was already up. Now, I've never seen or heard of a situation in which 2 penalty shots could be called in one play, but he indicated it decisively in real time as it happened. Jacobus came down on Ashley Hinch for the first penalty shot. She hit the right post with the forehand. She came down making what looked like an identical move on the second penalty shot. This time she slid to her backhand and she put it in over the outstretched right pad of Hinch, who seemed to have played it well. 1-0 Rockets. We are 4-on-4 for the remainder of the period except for 11 seconds at the end. And here come the Bells. 4-on-4. They're going to gain the offensive zone. The Gretzky curl. They'll move it out. This is an experienced team. They are 4-on-4, moving it all the way out and using that space. Collision there. PJ with the puck carrier. Roggio now at the dot, centers it. Rachel knocks it away. 4-on-4 hockey. Kirsty is behind the D if Larissa sees her. Larissa up the right wing. Larissa tries to send it through the corner, and she moves it through to the back of the net. 4-on-4 hockey, 1 minute to play in the second period of an absolutely unbelievable hockey game. The Rockets and the Bells at the 19U AA level. This is a league game. Bells change, onside, try to bring it in, can't do it. 47 seconds left in the period, 4-on-4. Here comes Hansen. She'll dump and change. On comes Rizzo. On comes Bruno. Behind the net, Rizzo in pursuit. She can't get it. Bell's looking to get behind the D. Aaron with 30 seconds left in the period of 4-on-4. She battles for it 1-on-2. Can she keep the puck in? Riz gets a piece of it. Bell's trying to move it into the offensive zone. They go cross-ice, dump it. They'll change at least one. Aaron's going to get this behind her own net. The Rockets are on a power play for 18 seconds, including the last few of this period. There's 7 seconds left. Maybe time for one rush. 4 seconds. Aaron gets it out of the zone. That's going to expire the period safely for the Rockets. Rockets and Bells, what a game. When we restart in the third period, 1-0 New Jersey. 6 seconds of power play time for the Rockets due to the bench minor. 15-11 the shots for the Bells. 15-12 they make it now. Both penalty shots by PJ Jacobus. The first one off the right post. The second one an absolutely dynamite move. And give credit to the goalie, Ashley Hinch. She played it absolutely superb. She didn't fall for the move. She outstretched the pad. It looked like she was going to save it, and PJ got it just over the outstretched right pad and eluded the blocker. Both goaltenders spectacular, keeping their teams in this game. By far the best game of the year, and we've had some good ones. 17 minutes on the clock when these teams come back. If you're watching and you're excited, tell a friend, go share the link, because I can't imagine what we're going to see here in the third. A dead even, hard fought, emotional, clean game between these two franchises. known names in the hockey world. Credit to the referees as well. Very, very difficult situation to make a call that I've literally never seen, and I've never even heard of it, to have 2 penalty shots on one play. And I've watched a lot of hockey. NHL, minors, international, youth, you name it. I have never seen or heard of 2 penalty shots. But if you want the footnote, it's the players involved, Payton, Jacobus, and Ashley Hinch. They can split the dynamics on there. They each got 1. 1 save, 1 goal. And that goal right now, the difference in this game is the teams come out for period 3. Emma Lacey in the goal to your right. Ashley Hinch in the goal to your left. The referee checks in with both. He checks in with his other referee. Landstrom in the face-off circle. Lift off in the third. Bells are going to break in. On net, Fox tips it away. Battled for behind the end line. Landstrom plays the body, finds the puck. Near side boards for Tillinghast. She leaves it for Landstrom, who sends it up the middle. It's tipped off of one of the Bells and goes into the defensive zone. Markley there to retrieve it. She sends it through neutral ice. Landstrom gets it, but she can't fire it in because her other forwards were offside. Battle right below us, and let's see, there's going to be a tripping call right here. I heard some extortion, from Rogio 7. And let's see who is in the box. It is Fox. The last time this happened, Jacobus got a shorthanded breakaway that resulted in 2 penalty shots, the second of which she scored on. With 16:28 left in a game they lead 1-0, the Rockets will send out Kirsty Kamakar and Grace Ulrich up front to kill the penalty. Rachel Lee and Larissa Radoszewski in the back to complete the 4. Bells move it through neutral ice and send it in. They send it at the net, and Emma steers it aside. 16:15 left in the game, 1:45 in the power play for the Bells, who are trailing 1-0. Rogio at the point, sends it through. Emma's going to glove that. Grace got a piece of it and forced the shot high into the air. Emma just gloved it down like she was playing catch in the backyard on a lazy Tuesday afternoon in July. They'll face it off again. Grace wins it. Can she get through? This is sent in by the Bells. She swatted it away from Grace, sent it into her own zone. There's Ulrich. She'll battle for it behind the end line. It comes to Kirsty. She's going to try to keep it in. The Rockets gaining a little offensive possession here, and they'll yield it now as they've killed off the first 45. Bells are going to move it out of the defensive zone and into the offensive zone. They send it behind. Captain Rogio will get it there. She'll go behind the net looking for somebody. They change one late. She goes through the left circle. Wrist shot is a headhunter, and it almost finds her own player's head. It goes over everyone's head and off the backboards. Tries the wraparound. Emma covers that one up off the poke. And the requisite little bump late after the poke, just to make sure, hey, don't do that to our goalie. Up front to kill it off, PJ Jacobus and Georgie Tillinghast. Aaron, Bruno, and Larissa Radoszewski, the back line. Bells win the face-off. They take it behind the net. Larissa gets there first, reverses it, but there's only Bells there. Picked off by PJ. What's going to happen here? She comes through the neutral zone with speed. She turns the corner on the left. She gains the offensive zone. It's kept in by Aaron. Chipped away. Aaron's got to hustle back. Larissa is back on a 2-on-1. Larissa holds it up enough. The back checkers get there. Still with it. Aaron jumping in. Now PJ, or Georgie that is, steering it away. Aaron chips it forward. Georgie's going to skate it out of the zone and chip it forward. No icing because she did it deftly and with a soft hand. 8 seconds in the power play. Doria coming in. She stops and sends it at the net. Emma covers it up with the streaking bell right there. A whistle with 1 second left on the power play. That's big because it allows the Bells to take an offensive zone draw for the man advantage. Not just for the time that it will take Lauren Fox to get out of the box, but also for her to get into the play. So we'll see if the Rockets try to extend it out here where they could get Fox out there. There's the power play. Expiration. Redirected and almost found its way in. Lacey was there. Was very close to that right post along the ice. The power play has expired. The Rockets have killed it off. They lead 1-0 with 14:20 left in the third period. Landstrom on the dot. Bells win it. Shot gets knocked down by Rachel Lee's left shoulder. It goes behind the end line. They center it and nobody was there, but it went right through the crease. Bells are really dangerous here as they send it at Emma and she covers it up. 13 seconds tick off in that sequence. Rachel jumps off now. Barbara on the dot. Barbara on the spot, wins the face-off, and now has to go retrieve it into the corner. Steers it ahead for Lily. Kept in by the Bells, but knocked out by Lauren. Kelso sends it in, but the Rockets send it out. Neutral zone play here. Bumping, clean hockey. Girls playing hockey, that's what that is. They're playing hard, they're playing clean. Magnificent. Comes back into the Rockets zone. Aaron steers it out. Georgie trying to change. The Rockets change almost too cleanly as the changing players get off before the other players are even close to getting on. Bells change cleanly as well. 13-14 now as the clock ticks down. Bells skating it into the offensive zone. All 4 of the Rockets are back, and now the other one, Izzy, knocks that one away. This one chipped to the boards and out of the house by PJ. It comes behind the net. Lauren Fox is going to hustle to get that, chip it up the near side boards, looking for Tootie. Markley keeps it in. Tootie gets it out, just sends it into clear ice. Izzy's going to try to race this one down. She's 10 feet behind the other player, so all she's doing is putting pressure, but it leads to the turnover. Rockets give it right back, though. Ruggiero will spin and make the move. The captain, 91. She'll skate it in over the line. She gets it to the right circle. Wrist shot fired wide. Rachel Lee was there blocking the shooting lane. 12:30 now left as Kirsty gets it behind her own end line. Steers it to the near side boards for Izzy Camarada. Sends it up for Kirsty, who tries to chip it forward. Rachel's got it. Sends it forward for Tootie. Oh, that's a huge play by Markley. She prevented Hansen from a clean breakaway. She got that tip of the stick on it, and that stopped Hansen from marching it alone. Now Hansen steered in. She tries to get it through Markley, but it's tied up in the skates. Brooke Markley now moves it up the near side boards. They have somebody behind the defense, but Aaron Bruno was there on the change. So try the wraparound. Rachel knocks it away as it was loose in front. Doria was there looking to try to put it in. Centered in front. They shot it off the post on the redirection in front. Rachel knocks that one away from the crease. Bells flying, but they can't ring the bell. Knocked away by Bruno. She's going to jump in and play it and continue up the left wing. She's going to keep going until somebody stops her. Aaron Bruno will go to the middle. Sends it for Grace Ulrich. It gets into the offensive zone. Bruno still pursuing. Kirsty's in there. Riz is in the slot if that puck pops out. Kirsty at the top of the right circle. Can't get it through traffic. Again in front. Oh, Riz had it on the back door and she couldn't get the stick on it. Grace gets it, chips it toward the net. It hits off of a Bell. Now the Bells pick it up. They send it forward. There's going to be an icing, but it's going to not be fast enough. Bruno's got to hustle all the way back down. She's at the end of her shift, a shift in which she had a rush. Centered in front, Fox knocks it away. Ulrich with it, at the feet. Sends it for Riz, but Riz was skating the other way. Gets it out of trouble, and the Bells regroup and send it in. Lauren Fox doesn't let it get all the way toward the end line. Riz is going to pick this up. There's a couple of players tied up behind the play. Riz is going to pick this one off. Can she turn the corner? Oh, she couldn't do it. She got it picked by Kramer. Kramer with a big play right there, because Riz and Grace looked like they were going to break in all alone. I mean, not all alone, 2-on-1. This one moved through the neutral zone. Rachel's back, trying to push the player outside. Wrist shot, score! Tie game. With 9:56 left in the game, the Bells have rung the bell for the first time, and on their 19th shot, they tie it at 1. Let's see who is first in the celly. That's the one who will get credit for it. It's number 9. Well, or is it? So the Bells have tied it up in a hard-fought, magnificent game. Let's see who's got the juice to get the next one. Bells keep it in. They're certainly going to have a little jump in their step now as we're under 10 minutes. Georgie, near side boards. She's going to try to steer it out. Kramer keeps it in, sends it down low, but there's nobody there. Larissa reverses it where she's got numbers, but along the boards, the Rockets can't get it out. They have to start moving here. Get it forward to Lily Rose Smith, knocked away. Just underneath us where you can't see, there's a puck battle of 4 players. Roggio, Tillinghast, Kramer, Rose Smith. Those are the players involved. It's sent in, and the Bells will change behind the play. They'll change forwards. Rockets will move it up the near side boards. Bells pick it off, moving toward the net. A lot of interruption there. Wrist shot is steered wide, never got to the net. Behind the end line, sent up the near side boards, but a little too strong. The Rockets will eventually get this out. It's going to be an icing unless that puck dies on its end, and it does, because it went right along the most traveled part of the ice, and that slows pucks down very frequently. If that happened at the beginning of the game, that puck probably would have... Izzy steals it! Oh, let's see if she can get it! Still loose in front! Camarada leaves it for Tillinghast, who tries to put it forward, but couldn't get there. Georgie's being called off now as she's at the end of her shift. PJ's out there. Lauren Fox trying to keep it in front of her. PJ cleans up the mess. Camarada now gets in one-on-one, but has to dump it deep. 8:20 left in a thriller. It comes to the top of the slot. Izzy Camarada, wrist shot, save, and boy, if that rebound fell to the ice, Hansen was going to put it right in. Camarada, she's on fire. She sends it in. Let's see if they could create a little offense here and get it in the back of the net. Hansen looking for the steal. Camarada, oh no, that's Fox with the steal. It goes to Camarada. She shoots. Big save by Hinch with the blocker. Kirsty was going stick side. Rockets now applying the pressure here. Bells send it in. It's going to be onside. Bruno the first to get it. Chips it past for Kirsty. Kirsty tries to move it forward. It's in referee skates. It's in Bell skates. It's in everybody's skates. Izzy Camarada still out there. She's at the end of the shift, but it's been a big shift. She's done all but put the puck in the net. Let's see if she curls over. She's out there with Kirsty and Riz. Bells keep it in. Kirsty to Izzy. She chips it forward. This is going to be an icing unless it really hits a patch that dies. They'll complete the change. And with 7:07 left in a 1-1 game, a face-off to the right of Emma Lacey. She's faced 19 shots. She's stopped 18. Hinch has faced 14. She's stopped 13. The one she didn't... Riz has a chance to get behind the D. Doesn't quite have the step. Let's see if she... Wrist shot. Glove save, but couldn't corral it all the way. And the puck is still in the offensive zone. Rachel through traffic. Bouncer goes wide. Riz on the far boards. Trying to get to it there. Puck battle over there still pops out. Bells get it. They try to move it out. They're going to skate it out. They were looking to pass it out, and eventually they do that. Over the center line and dumped in cleanly for a change. They will hustle after it, will both teams. Grace Ulrich there on the near side boards. She's played a dynamite game. Riz now the one who's in a collision with Wisnowski. It goes behind the end line. They'll play it behind the end line. Looking now for somebody in front. Emma denies that move in front. Kirsty's got it. Looking for Riz if she's out there trying to get behind the D. Sent up but not out. Let's see who gets it in. Roggio. A lot of similar names for the Bells. Short, Italian, you know, the way I like it. There's a Rizzo. Ulrich behind the D, but hustling back and knocking it away for a moment was one of the Bells. It goes behind the end line. Riz trying to get it. She gets it. She's going to, she was trying to center it. It looked like she was going to go to the point, but she had Barbara cutting down. Aaron keeps it in, and it is bandied about behind the net. Just out of line. Barbara fires it just wide. It goes to the far corner. Sent up, kept in by Bruno. She sends it to Landstrom. Fox is over there. She's going to skate it off the half boards and send it low. Tillinghast is down there. Landstrom drifting in front, waiting for the pass. Ooh, that one skated into dangerous ice, but they're going to have a break here. It's 2-on-2. They come in onside, now coming at the net. Shot looked like it went wide. Not sure if Emma got the save on it. Bells still possessing. Under 5 minutes left in a 1-1 game. 19-16 the shots for the Bells. Wrap around try! Oh, she was at the doorstep and she couldn't put it in. It hit the heel of the stick. Golden chance for the Bells. No liberty for number 7. Couldn't get the puck on the blade. 2 posts for the Rockets and that big one for the Bells could have made this quite a different game. That puck sent in off the end boards. Emma's going to cover it up. 4:22 left now. Defensive zone draw to Emma's left, the glove side. PJ looked like she won it along to the near boards, and now Izzy Camarada. She's got Hansen all the way for the home run pass. Hansen had to slow up just a bit, so she's not going to have the breakaway. Good defense right there to catch up. Hansen had to slow just, not even for a step, just for a moment. PJ picks that one off. Wrist shot off the, looked like it went almost off the mask or the protective gear that protects the neck. Skating at it, chipped in front. But a Bell is going to pick that up and try to skate it out. PJ picks it off, kept in! Oh, it was in! Oh boy, that's a tough call against the Rockets. That puck was kept in by Jacobus, so the refereeing break goes the way of the Bells for this one. .343, same group out there. Camarada on the right, Hansen on the left, Jacobus in the dot. Bells are going to win this face-off. They get it over center. And Rene, she'll move it and send it to the front. Emma's just going to glove that down before any more trouble can be had. 3:32 now. Oftentimes in sporting events that are so tight like this, where emotions are also running high, you'll hear announcers like me saying, it comes down to who wants it more. It doesn't. In this case, both of these teams want it just as badly. It comes down to who's going to get a bit of luck, who's going to get a bit of execution at the right time, and who may or may not make a mistake. Both of these teams want it. Every girl and every jersey. The energy from the crowd, parents, siblings, friends. They're all adding to the atmosphere at Rock Ice. Wrist shot, blocked away. Camarada knocks it out of the zone. Jacobus jumps off for the change. Sent in. Camarada jumps off for a change. Fox is going to have to skate it up the near side. Can't get it out. A little bit of a sloppy change. They're going to get in. Emma jumps out to try to get in. Throws in front. It's a loose puck. And it's steered away by Hansen, who comes out of nowhere to clear the puck off the top of the crease. Where did Francesca Hansen come from? She was nowhere near the play, and she dove at the puck to clear it off the line, skating back gingerly now. I don't know if it was from the play, if she got hit there, if she got hit in the corner, but she saved an absolute goal from going in. She was practically near the bench, and she just materialized where Emma was fluttering like a floundering duck in the crease trying to get to the loose puck. Out of nowhere, Hansen's the one to get there. That one sent through traffic, and Emma steered it aside nearly blindly. 2:25 left. Bells shoot it off the outside of the net, fooling one of the parents. Grace is going to get it. She's got Riz forward. Grace trying to push it forward for Riz. Riz has it. Riz at the right wing, at the right dot. Wrist shot, save, and she handcuffed the goaltender, but the Bells steer it aside. Battled for in the corner. Now behind the end line. The Bells are going to get there first. Let's see if the Rockets can pick it off. Grace hustling to get to the loose puck. It comes on the reverse side now. 1:50 left in a 1-1 game. Lee keeps it in, but it's now knocked out. It goes to Larissa. Cool, calm, and collected. Riz gets it and banks it off the boards. It's sent back under 100 seconds now in the best game of the season. Forget the best game of the year. This one might hold up as the best game of 2022. Riz kicks it off for Grace. Grace has it. Can Lauren keep it in? Barbara Lauren can't keep it in. Nearly heroics right there. Bells are going to skate it in. Doria, she'll try to turn the corner, but Landstrom won't let her. Still battled for Landstrom and Doria. Landstrom and Doria. Now Rizzo over there. Landstrom's going to win it. She'll send the puck up the middle of the ice. I'm looking for a ref with an icing hand up. I do not see him. It banks off the boards and goes just along the line, and it was as close as it could be to not icing. The whole of that puck must have crossed the end line off of that strange bounce from the boards by about an inch. Timeout called, I'm not sure by who. .9 seconds left in an absolute thriller from Rock Ice. If the relatives and the friends have not tuned in, hurry and send them the link. You don't want to miss the ending of this one. The Rockets' goal late in the second period was by PJ Jacobus on a penalty shot. That's half the story. It was her second penalty shot on one sequence. With the Rockets shorthanded, she broke alone out of the zone. Before she crossed the blue line to your right, she was interfered with, and the referee threw up his hand pretty clearly at that moment, indicating it was going to result in a penalty shot. However, the play continued, and when Jacobus got close to the top of the slot, the same player interfered with her once again. The referee made some kind of signal with his hand, and we were wondering, would this possibly be something we've never seen before? 2 penalty shots in one sequence. Well, in fact, it was. On the first, PJ hit the post. On the second, she put in a backhander. Bells win the face-off, and they'll skate it through, walking the line, now curling through, 45 seconds left. Same player still with it, with a lot of speed. Wrist shot blocked away, never got through. Hit Jacobus. Camarada and Jacobus will be the first two to hustle down. They'll try to send it cross ice with the Bells, and they will do that successfully. PJ gets it. She's looking for someone on her team. It's battled for just out of the picture right underneath us. 4 players, 5 players, all different jerseys. Roggio, the captain, will skate it in with 20 seconds left. She'll get into the far corner and battle with Larissa. Izzy comes over there and she's upended with the stick. They're not going to call that at this point. They might not get out of here alive through the Bells parents. This one's sent all the way down. 5 seconds, 4, 3. Unless Hansen somehow picks this one off and puts it in the net, we're going to overtime. Believe the Maha overtime rules are 5 minutes, 5 on 5. Hansen playing through some kind of ailment at the moment. As she skates back gingerly to the bench. Her good friend and former teammate, Brooke Markley. And now Hansen goes to the box. What is this for? This didn't look like there was any indication of a penalty unless she just wants to ride out the rest in the penalty box. I'm going to ask my spotter, Kevin Camarada, if he saw a penalty call. Oh, okay. No. So she's out of the box. All right. I'm not sure why Hansen was going to the penalty box there, but she's clearly in some kind of distress. And now she goes to the end of the bench where Rizzo is checking on her. And Lauren Fox over there, Harry Ellis, the backup netminder, all gathered round. So she got hurt at the end of a previous shift, and then she played that shift and came around after. We'll see if we could find out exactly what happened. And that's a tough kid. They don't make him tougher than that. And as you could see, this game has been hard fought. But even within the competition where every single one of these girls wants to walk out of here with a win, Brooke Markley, 23, goes over to check on her friend wearing the opposing jersey. That's class. That's class. That's what that is. And that's competition, and that's what you love to see. So I am going to stick with what I believe is going to happen here, that we will see 5 on 5 for 5 minutes. Sudden victory, sudden death, whatever you want to call it. Kamarkar with Rizzo and Ulrich is going to be the line that starts it out. Fox and Bruno, the defense pairing. Lacey to your right, Hinch to your left. 23-18 the shots. 5 minutes. Sudden death. Lift off in overtime. Bells win it and they'll move it in. Roggio pushing fourth. It goes in to the defensive zone. Ulrich trying to pick that one off. Is there a moment of brilliance for anyone out there? That's all it takes, is one. Roggio will retreat back into her own zone where she's pursued by Kamarkar. Banked off by the other captain, Bowman. They'll bring it into their own zone. Riz is there, almost picked it off. She would have walked in. This is brought into their zone. It's not offside if they bring it back into their zone with a player from the other team already in there. It is not offside. 2:17. It's a 3-minute overtime, not a 5, I guess. Somehow that one always gets me. They started out with 5 on the clock, and the next time I look up, Riz trying to break away. She almost had it. She still, but Aaron loses the puck. Wrist shot blocked away. Roggio, Fox, they battle for it. Roggio, Emma dives out to cover it before sticks can go. Little pushing and shoving. Oh, there's a push to the face! Let's see if they're going to call it. This would change the complexion of overtime if there's one there. Usually they'll let the pushing and shoving go, but when it happens to the face, they're not going to allow it, and that looks like what might have happened here. Roggio gets the roughing because she put the fist to the face. Open or closed, they're going to call it. The Rockets will have a power play for the remainder of this game, regardless of the outcome. Hansen has summoned herself the courage and the strength to rejoin her line for this power play. So whether there's a goal scored for either team, that'll end the game, or if it goes all the way through, that will end the game. The Rockets will play at 5-on-4 at least. Rockets trying to keep it in. Rachel Lee will bang it in from the left side. Hanson curls around, looking. She'll go to Lee. Top of the slot. In there is top of the circle. Lee will send it back in off the shot that didn't go all the way through. Hanson will jump at the point. Bell's playing it very low. Hanson, slapper, hits one of the Bells in front. Bravely, just not even moving to allow that shot to go through. Fortitude. Very impressed with both teams here. To the woman, to the girl. Let's see if PJ could pick this one off. She sends it toward the slot. 106. Rachel hustling to get it. She's at the end of her shift. Kirsty jumps on. Hanson slapper. Hinch save right in the logo on the crest of her jersey and leaves no rebound. 59 seconds left. All on the power play, which has 1:05 remaining. Kamerkar at the dot. Rizzo on the left. Ulrich on the right. It goes to Fox at the point. She's looking for a shooting lane. Can't find one. It's blocked. 2-on-1 for the Bells. Roggio 7 through the right circle. Wrist shot. Save Emma. No rebound. Oh boy, it looked like it was going to hit the ice. It looked like that puck was going to hit the ice. And 2 Bells in front were looking to put it in and end it. They're denied. 45.2 seconds left. Same group out there. Bells win the faceoff. Riz trying to get away. Wrist shot knocked down by Fox. She's looking forwards, gets it toward Riz's side. It goes up. This is going to be an onside play. Ulrich there. Sent through the middle. Kirsty's got to hold up, and she just fires it an offside. That faceoff's going to go all the way down now because of the intentional offside. 25.7 seconds left in overtime at Rock Ice. Everyone in attendance paid for the whole seat, but they're only using the edge. Same group stays out there for the Rockets on the forward line. Bells win the faceoff. Shot is blocked. Top of the slot. Another shot blocked by Kamerkar. Rizzo is gone. If they get the puck to her, she's 5 feet behind anyone. Oh, they couldn't get it out. 10 seconds now. The Bells will take it if that puck stays all the way over there. The Rockets need to get it out, and they need to get it forward. Here comes Roggio. Sends it at the net. Rachel's going to get it out. Overtime's going to expire. The Bells kill off a minute 54 in the overtime, shorthanded, and we end this one in a 1-1 tie. And in a way, no matter which team you root for, you want your team to win. But that was about the justice that you could expect for this game. Neither team gets a win, neither gets a loss. They both get the point. And you are just not going to find a more exciting, fabulous game with storylines and emotion and just sheer craziness as we watched the players and the coaches shake hands. Well-deserved, well-earned. The final shots, 24 for the Bells, 19 for the Rockets. So much that we could talk about here as Coach Jeremy Jacobus, the bearded Jeremy Jacobus, walks out.
Great win by the Refs.
And the Rockets are here, and we know the Bells sentiments. We got them as the game was going on. It was not a great win by the refs. It was fairly played. There were breaks that went both ways, but in this case, justice in the end served. 1-1 tie. We've seen these breaks go so many ways in so many games. You always feel like it's going against you. That was a pretty clear indication by the referee. If that's what the dad was referring to behind me, that play was indicated immediately. And if we get a chance to talk to the refs off camera and interview Coach Jeremy after the game, we'll see if we can get what the official word is on something like that. For now, we are going to leave it right here. From Rock Ice, an absolute thriller, a pleasure of a game to witness and to call. If you like what you've heard, hit that subscribe button here on the YouTube page. And if you hit the alerts button every time we post something, whether it's a live stream or we're uploading some new content, be it a coach's interview or other type of content, a game that maybe we couldn't live stream or a better copy of the game, you'll get an alert then. We appreciate all of your support from any and all sides. From Rock Ice, this is Joe Rizzo. 1-1 tie between the Rockets and the Bells. Thanks for watching. New Jersey Rockets Girls Hockey.